All right, so we have reporters stationed throughout Southwest Florida, in fact, across the state, to make sure that we can bring you continuous coverage of Irma as it passes along and as the eye continues to move up the state of Florida. We've already checked in with our crews at the Collier County EOC and kind of seen where things stand there. We've checked out Lee EOC, but right now we want to go to Tweelon Nugent. She's at the Charlotte County EOC. It's going to be just a matter of time now, what, about an hour, Derek, before Charlotte County starts seeing the real effects. So, Tweelon, what are things looking like there at the Emergency Operations Center?
Yeah, it's actually quite literally the calm before the storm in terms of the people that are here, because they're just kind of bracing for impact at this point. They're currently in a safety briefing right now. They had the radar maps of the hurricane's path and where it's coming. But the biggest concern here is actually going to be the storm surge. I know you guys have been talking so much about that, but right here we've got that map. You can see, you know, Charlotte County just surrounded by so much water, and a lot of these zones, the red and the orange, were supposed to be evacuated, but we have heard that not everyone has heeded that, and some people are staying, but that's very, very dangerous since we are expecting storm surge levels that could be as high as 15 feet. You know, it's hard to tell, so we're going to scoot down the hallway here and just give you a look outside one of the very few windows we have here. So we're going to just come right this way and peek into the window so we can see exactly what it looks like at this point in time. Thank you so much for grabbing the door. But, you know, just 5 or 10 minutes ago, we could barely see, you know, 2 car rows down because the rain was coming down so hard. It's kind of slowed down just a little bit at this point. The wind isn't as bad as we've seen throughout the day. So we're continuing to see a quite literal calm before the storm here. I'm going to move out of the way so David can show you a better peek at what it really just looks like outside here. But Charlotte County here at this point has really been focusing their efforts on what is going to happen after this storm gets here and after it's safe to get out on the roads. The crews have already started transitioning their efforts from preparation into search and rescue afterwards, and that's going to be the biggest issue here. And we have word that there is a special team, a DMAT team, coming this way, or actually, excuse me, they've already been here, so they weren't expecting that, but they're going to keep that help. That team is going to be able to assess any medical issues and also some of the safety issues outside as well. And we heard from FPL earlier in the day, one of the biggest preparation teams as a whole has been positioned. 17,000 utility workers are on their way to Florida from across the country to make sure as soon as it's safe to do so out on the roadways, they're going to be putting power lines back up. They're going to be clearing the roads, and that's going to be the first step after this, is they're going to clear the roadways. That's the first move here, because once they clear those roadways, the crews are going to be able to get out there and get to everyone safely, everyone who needs to be rescued. We're just going to move out of the way here because there's a lot going on here. Everyone is just kind of bracing for this storm to get here, and we know it's kind of on its way and there's nothing we can do about that. But if you are at home, if you're listening on the radio, you decided not to heed that message about evacuating and the storm surge is coming, you want to bring something with you into the second level of your home, your attic, your roof, whatever you are going to, because if those water level rise, you're going to need a way to break out of your roof here. And I do want to mention, I do want to address something that we heard earlier. There have been concerns posted on Facebook, brought to the Charlotte County Sheriff's Department attention, that there was some viral Facebook post going around saying that there were members, especially in Englewood, going around dressed as law enforcement officials, trying to get into people's homes and actually looting them. There is no truth to those posts. We talked to the Charlotte County Sheriff's PIO. She said there is no truth to that at all whatsoever. It's causing unnecessary panic. So if you are seeing people spread the word there, know that there is no truth to that. And if law enforcement officials come to your home after the storm has ended, they're not on the roadways right now. So if anyone is out there right now, it's not a law enforcement official, but you can call the sheriff's office non-emergency number, and they will be able to tell you whether or not an official is at your door, and they always have identification on them. So if you have any doubt whatsoever, once the storm passes, that a person at your door is a law enforcement official, they are always going to have identification, and there's always a backup system in place where you can reach out to the sheriff's department or wherever the agency is. You can call the county services, and they will tell you whether or not somebody is at your door. And for now, we're going to brace for this storm to make its way here to Charlotte County, but live at the Charlotte County EOC, I'm Tweelon Nugent, Fox 4 in your corner.